You believe that the people closest to you are the safest people to trust. That belief is the most expensive lie you have never questioned. The person who knows the most about you is not your protector. They are your predator, and they have already begun. Think about the last conversation where you told someone something you had never told anyone. A fear, a plan, a number, a date, a secret you thought would bond you closer. Remember the way their face looked, warm, interested, maybe even concerned. Now remember the moment weeks or months later, when that exact information came back to you, not as comfort, but as leverage, not as understanding, but as an argument you could not win, because you had already given them the ammunition. You remember the feeling of realizing you had been read before you had been heard. That feeling is not betrayal. It is the cost of confusing closeness with safety. What you are experiencing is not a betrayal of trust by a bad person. It is the natural operation of a system you have been funding without knowing it. The mechanism is called strategic information asymmetry. The reality that whoever holds the most complete map of your weaknesses, desires, and patterns holds the power to navigate you. You have been treating disclosure as a currency of connection, but in the economy of human nature, every piece of information you give someone is not a gift. It is a deposit into an account they can withdraw from at any time, on any terms, without your permission. You are not being victimized by bad people. You have been making withdrawals possible for anyone who stayed close long enough. 500 years ago, a man named Niccolò Machiavelli sat in the halls of power, where the cost of being fully known was exile or execution. He watched men destroyed, not by enemies who hated them, but by allies who knew them. He documented the rule that every diplomat, every prince, and every survivor understood: the person who knows the most about you is the person who can hurt you the most, not because they are evil, but because knowledge is leverage, and leverage always finds a use. He wrote, "Men are quick to change their nature when it serves them." He meant that the person who knows your weaknesses today will not be the same person tomorrow, not because they changed, but because your knowledge of them never gave you the same power over them that their knowledge of you gave them over you. The person who knows the most about you is not going to destroy you tomorrow. They are going to destroy you on the day your success becomes more threatening to them than your silence is valuable, on the day your boundary costs them something, on the day their loyalty is tested against their interest. If you leave now, you will continue to believe that intimacy and safety are the same thing. You will continue to hand the blueprint of your destruction to people who have not yet decided whether to build it. The rest of us have already started cleaning out the archive. If you are ready to learn who knows too much about you and what to do about it before they decide to use it, stay. If not, close the video. Some lessons cannot be taught to people who still believe the enemy wears a stranger's face. Think about the pattern. You meet someone, you feel a connection, you want to deepen it. And the way you know to deepen it, the only way you have ever been taught, is to disclose, to reveal, to open the door a little wider each time, until suddenly the person standing in your living room has the keys to every room in the house. You did this, not them. You opened the door, you handed over the map, you treated disclosure as the currency of closeness, without ever asking what the exchange rate was. A man who trusts everyone has not found a community of saints. He has built a library of people who hold his secrets, and he has no idea which ones are readers and which ones are arsonists. Think about a conversation you had 2 years ago. You were sitting with someone you trusted completely. The conversation felt honest, the kind of honesty that cost something. You told them about the relationship that broke you, the failure that you had not recovered from, the version of yourself you were ashamed of. You felt lighter afterward. You thought that was what healing looked like. Now think about the argument you had with that same person 14 months later, and remember the specific line they used, the one that landed differently from everything else, the one that found the exact gap in your armor without appearing to aim. They did not invent the weapon in that moment. You handed it to them 2 years earlier. In the honest conversation, in the room with the warm light, Machiavelli observed this pattern in the courts of Florence, where the cost of being fully known was not embarrassment, it was exile, imprisonment, or death. He watched men destroyed, not by enemies who hated them, but by allies who knew them. He wrote, "Men are quick to change their nature when it serves them." He meant that the person who knows your weaknesses today will not be the same person tomorrow, not because they changed, but because your knowledge of them never gave you the same power over them that their knowledge of you gave them over you. The asymmetry is built into the architecture of the relationship from the first disclosure. The man who disclosed and the man who received the disclosure do not hold equivalent positions. They never did. The moment you opened, you created an imbalance that cannot be corrected by asking them to open in return. Their disclosure of their own vulnerabilities does not neutralize your vulnerability. It simply means you both hold files on each other, and the question then becomes, whose file is more complete? Whose file is more accurate? Whose file was assembled with more care? Usually the answer is yours, because you disclosed with warmth and trust. And warmth and trust produce more complete intelligence than deliberate investigation ever could. We are not here to live in paranoia. We are here to operate with precision. There is a difference between being closed and being strategic. The closed man is afraid of exposure. The strategic man knows exactly what exposure costs and chooses what to spend. Here are the 5 categories of information that, once disclosed, permanently shift the power balance in any relationship. You have likely given away every one of them to multiple people. The first, your unsecured future plans. You tell someone about the business you are starting, the city you are moving to, the promotion you are pursuing, the investment you are making. You think you are sharing your excitement. What you are actually doing is giving someone a roadmap to your ambition before you have built the walls around it. The person who knows your plan before it is secure has the power to undermine it, steal it, or simply wait and watch, and in that waiting, they hold the knowledge of whether you succeeded or failed. If you succeed, they can claim proximity. If you fail, they can use the failure as evidence of your incompetence in future conversations you do not even know are happening. The only person who needs to know your plan before it is complete is you. Everyone else can see the results. Here is the scenario that plays out more often than anyone admits. You tell your closest friend about the business you are building. You are 3 months in. You are excited. You want someone to know. The friend listens, asks good questions, seems genuinely interested. 6 months later, you find out they have started something almost identical. They did not steal your idea. They were inspired by your disclosure. In their mind, they simply acted on an opportunity. In yours, you are watching your own plan execute itself without you, using the intelligence you handed over in a moment of enthusiasm. You are not angry because they were evil. You are angry because you moved first in a conversation and they moved first in the market. The conversation cost you the head start. The second, your financial reality. No one needs to know exactly how much you make, how much you have saved, how much you owe, or how much you stand to inherit. Not your parents. Not your siblings, not your closest friend, not the person you are dating. Money information is the single most weaponizable category of disclosure in human relationships. It produces envy, expectation, obligation, and calculation. The moment someone knows your real number, they begin calculating what share of it should rightfully be theirs, not because they are greedy, but because money creates an unconscious ledger in every relationship. You have experienced this. The friend who suddenly has a business idea after learning your bonus amount. The parent whose expectations of financial support escalate after learning your salary. The partner whose affection subtly shifts when they learn you have more or less than they assumed. The number is not the problem. The problem is that you told them the number. Think about the specific weight of a family dinner after someone in your family has learned what you earn. The dynamic before that dinner and the dynamic after are not the same. Before, you were a son, a brother, a cousin who was doing well. After, you are a resource, warmly regarded, genuinely loved, but now fundamentally recategorized in the family's unconscious accounting of who owes what to whom. You did not change. The number changed the room. And the room never fully changes back.